Hey guys, it's Rachel from Little Ring Land, and today I have a book review on Slam by Colleen Hoover. This is the first book in the series. I know so far there are 3 books out, but I'm not sure if it's going to continue on or if the third one's the last one. I didn't look it up because I don't want to accidentally see a spoiler because I haven't read the sequel yet. Though I'm waiting to read the sequel, I actually just ordered it a week ago, so I'm eagerly anticipating getting that book and just reading it. I absolutely love Slammed. Also, if I look down or over, I'm looking at my agenda, which is in this notebook. And also, well, before I get going, I just want to say this is a spoiler-free review. And also, if you're new to my videos or just need a refresher, I rate my books in 5 different categories: plot, characters, cover, suspense, and overall in terms of reading again very soon, 5 out of 5, not so soon, 1 out of 5. So basically, before getting into this, we have the main character, Lakin, who her and her family one day move because of her dad's recent passing. They moved to, I forget where they moved to. Does it say on the back? They moved to a town in, I forget what, what's it called? State. That's what it's called. I was going to say province, but that's Canadian. And basically she meets her neighbor, Will, and they have, something happens that changes their relationship. It makes it hard for them to be around each other. That's basically all I'm going to say about the synopsis. I didn't want to read completely off the back, but that's pretty much the gist of it. It is a contemporary novel. And also the interesting thing about this, I didn't know this before like looking up all the synopses of her books. I didn't look up the sequel and the third book, but the rest of her books and stuff. I was looking it up and I found this very intriguing. This is one I really wanted to read of hers right away because it does feature slam poetry. And if you're new to my channel, you won't know, but I love poetry. I have a video on poetry. My short film has lots of poetry in it. It's just something I'm really passionate about. I don't do slam poetry or anything, but it's definitely something that interests me and I think is really cool. So I was really excited to get into this book, not only because it's a contemporary, people are raving about it, but also because of the poetry. So that leads me to plot, which I gave a 5 out of 5. I absolutely love the plot of this book. It was amazing. I read this basically in less than 24 hours. It was so good. Definitely, it was actually on my favorites list. If you've seen that, I posted my 2014 best and it actually made it. Usually a book I read in December makes it. But I absolutely loved it. I can't wait to read the sequel. I thought the plot progressed really well. It kept me interested. It kept me engaged. I love the poetry mixed in with it. And I just really liked Colleen Hoover's writing style. It really made the plot progress good. It didn't feel stale or boring. And I really thought it was a really good contemporary. Probably one of the best I've read in a few months. Characters, I give a 5 out of 5 as well. I loved all the characters. I didn't find any characters got on my nerves, which sometimes in contemporary, characters do get on my nerves. In any book, really. So mostly there's a side character in contemporary that just gets on my nerves. Or just a character's faults, not faults, a character in general. But I really liked all the characters in this. I loved Will, Lakin, the mom, I forget what her name is. Arthur even would say her actual name. And I keep forgetting their names because I read this over a week ago and I've read more since then. But the brothers, let me just look this up for you two. Okay. So we're not seeing it here. Oh, it's in Michigan, by the way. I just saw that. I think. I'm just trying to find her. Okay, anyway, I'm just gonna give up on that. But Will and Lakin's little brothers, I really like the relationship between them, as well as the relationship between Will and Lakin. I like the relationship between all the characters and how they became almost like they were all living in the same house, but they weren't. They lived across the street, but it kind of seemed like they became like kind of a family because of the 2 boys bringing them all together kind of thing. And I really did enjoy that. I also enjoyed Lakin's friends. I really liked how Colleen Hoover kept them in the like focus, because sometimes when I find contemporary, they're really attached to their friends, and then halfway through the book they get like a love interest and their friends just fly out the window. But I really liked how our friends were a constant and they were constantly there. And I just really enjoyed that, how they didn't fade into the background, because that happens quite a lot, I find, in contemporary. Cover, I give a 4 out of 5. It's actually my lowest score. I really love how it's a poetry stage, because that symbolizes a lot of the stuff that happens in this book. It really sheds light on a lot of big revelations, and I just really like that. Like the colors are a little bland, that's why I gave it a 4 out of 5. And I liked the back. I didn't like that if it was all dark, like Dash and Lily's Book Dares, if you've seen that review by me. I didn't really like the dark cover, but I like how they have a butterfly here, which made it jazzed it up quite a bit. And yes, suspense, I give a 5 out of 5. I absolutely love the suspense. It was super good. It kept me engaged, as I said before, with the plot. And I read it in a very short time, so it was super suspenseful in the way that I just want to keep reading it. And overall, I give it a 5 out of 5. I definitely read it again very soon. I'm very excited to get into the sequels. And yes, that's been my book review. Loved it and can't wait for the sequel. That's what I put down in my little journal here. And yes, I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.